What if I told you that beauty isn't measured by size, but by confidence? Imagine a woman who turned every "no, you can't" into "yes, I will." A model who's rewriting the rules of fashion, not by fitting into them, but by breaking them wide open. Her name is Lisbeth Vega. From the streets of Ecuador to the global spotlight, she's not just a plus-size model, she's a movement, a voice, and a revolution. Today, you're about to discover the story of a woman who's proving to the world that curves aren't just beautiful, they're powerful. Stay with me, because this isn't just a biography, it's a statement. Lisbeth Vega didn't start out with big fashion runways or brand contracts. In fact, her journey began with something as simple as posting photos on Instagram. At first, they were just ordinary snapshots, her daily outfits, her natural moments. But what stood out was her confidence. People noticed the way she carried herself, the way she embraced her curves unapologetically. That authenticity attracted attention, and soon her posts started gaining massive engagement. What began as a personal hobby quickly turned into a calling. Lisbeth realized she wasn't just sharing pictures, she was inspiring a movement. And from that moment, the dream of becoming a model wasn't just possible, it became inevitable. It didn't take long for the fashion industry to notice Lisbeth Vega's impact. Global brands like Fashion Nova and SHEIN reached out, inviting her to represent their collections. For years, these names dominated fast fashion, but Lisbeth's presence brought something new: representation. She wasn't just modeling clothes, she was breaking barriers, showing the world that style has no size limit. Every campaign she joined challenged outdated beauty standards and gave women everywhere the confidence to see themselves in fashion. Her collaborations weren't just partnerships, they were statements. With every photo shoot and every outfit, Lisbeth proved that curves belong on the runway, on the billboards, and at the center of the fashion conversation. After conquering social media and brand campaigns, Lisbeth Vega took her confidence to the runway. She began appearing in both local shows in Ecuador and international events that celebrated diversity in fashion. One of the highlights of her journey was being part of the Celebrate My Size movement, an initiative that proudly showcases plus-size beauty on stage. Every time Lisbeth walked the runway, she wasn't just modeling clothes, she was modeling empowerment. The spotlight wasn't only on the designs she wore, but on the message she carried, that every body deserves to be seen, celebrated, and represented. Her presence turned fashion shows into more than just events, it made them milestones in the fight for inclusivity. At the heart of Lisbeth Vega's journey is more than fashion, it's a mission. She has become a passionate voice for the body positivity movement, reminding women everywhere that beauty is not defined by a number on a scale or a dress tag. Through her photos, captions, and public appearances, Lisbeth encourages her followers to love their bodies exactly as they are. She speaks openly about the pressures of unrealistic beauty standards and challenges the idea that confidence only belongs to a certain look or size. For her, body positivity isn't just a trend, it's a revolution. And every post, every runway, every campaign is a step forward in freeing women from the chains of narrow beauty ideals. Lisbeth doesn't just model clothes, she models self-love. The true measure of Lisbeth Vega's influence isn't just in likes or followers, it's in the voices of the people she inspires. Scroll through her comments, and you'll see hundreds of women thanking her for helping them feel beautiful in their own skin. Some admit they once hid their curves out of shame, but after following Lisbeth, they finally embraced themselves with pride. Others write that her confidence gave them the courage to wear outfits they never dared to try before. For many, Lisbeth isn't just a model, she's a role model. She represents hope, strength, and a living reminder that self-love is possible. Her audience doesn't just watch her journey, they grow with her. In today's digital world, Lisbeth Vega shines brightest on social media. With tens of thousands of followers across Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, she has built a loyal community that eagerly waits for her next post. On Instagram, her feed is filled with bold photo shoots, everyday outfits, and empowering captions that speak directly to her audience. On TikTok, she mixes playful dances and lighthearted humor with powerful messages about confidence and self-love, making her both relatable and inspirational. And on Threads, she connects in a more personal way, sharing unfiltered thoughts and daily reflections. Lisbeth's online presence isn't just about fashion, it's about creating a safe space where women of all sizes feel seen, valued, and celebrated. Beyond the cameras and the spotlight, Lisbeth Vega is refreshingly real. She loves to travel, often sharing glimpses of her adventures in cities across Latin America and beyond. Her followers get to see her exploring new places, tasting local foods, and embracing cultures with the same confidence she brings to the runway. Dancing is another part of her life. Short clips show her moving with joy, reminding fans that confidence also means having fun. Away from modeling, Lisbeth has a professional side too. She's worked as a marketing manager, proving that her talents go far beyond fashion. This mix of glamour, work, and authenticity makes her more than a model. It makes her someone people can truly connect with on a personal level. Like every trailblazer, Lisbeth Vega's path wasn't easy. The fashion world, for decades, was dominated by one rigid standard: thin, tall, and perfect by society's narrow definition. As a curvy woman stepping into that space, Lisbeth faced criticism, judgmental comments, and the heavy weight of stereotypes. Some people told her she didn't belong in fashion, that beauty could only look one way. But instead of letting those voices silence her, Lisbeth turned them into fuel. With every negative comment, she stood taller. With every rejection, she worked harder. What makes Lisbeth truly inspiring is not that she avoided challenges, but that she faced them head-on, with confidence and determination. She understood that breaking barriers comes with resistance, but she also knew that change only happens when someone dares to stand out. By walking proudly with her curves, she became proof that beauty is diverse and limitless. Today, the same people who once doubted her now witness her success, and countless women who once felt excluded now feel represented. Lisbeth Vega's story reminds us that challenges don't define us, how we rise above them does. And she chose to rise with elegance, strength, and an unshakable belief that every body is worthy of love, respect, and celebration. At the end of the day, Lisbeth Vega stands for more than fashion. She stands for a message. A message that beauty has no size, no single shape, no one definition. Through her journey, she's opening doors for a new generation of models who reflect the true diversity of real bodies and real people. Lisbeth is proof that the future of fashion is not about exclusion, but inclusion. She's rewriting the story so that young girls growing up today won't feel the need to change themselves to be beautiful. Instead, they'll see that beauty is already within them. Her impact is just beginning. With every campaign, every runway, every post, she continues to push the industry forward toward a more authentic and accepting future. Lisbeth Vega isn't just part of fashion, she's part of a cultural shift. And her legacy will be measured not only in photos or followers, but in the millions of women who finally believe, because of her, that they are enough, exactly as they are.